is, and so what I do is I try to do like 2 to 5Ks a week or 10K.
That's good though.
But I can swim. I'm fine with swimming.
Yeah.
It's the biking that I don't have a bike anymore. My bike got stolen, so I have to like get it down, and I want to put miles on the bike, and I don't have a baby seat.
Right. Oh yeah.
So, and he would need a bigger one because he's 3 now. So.
Okay. That makes a difference. And honestly, like, good bikes are expensive.
Yeah, they are. Did you say the Santa Rosa Tri? Is that
Santa Rosa Triathlon.
okay.
Oh, my friend did that one too. Yeah.
But it sounds like a lot.
Hotel. It's the Candlewood Suite. It's got a full kitchen. They have all of your pots and pans and spoons. Excuse me. Cupboard full of anything that you need. It's got a microwave, a dishwasher. It's full-size refrigerator with the ice maker. I already went to the store. 2-burner stovetop, which is perfect for because it's just me and my son. He's not here. He's coming tomorrow. The little eating area, a recliner, TV, a desk. This is a pull-out sofa. This is an entire living room. So let me show you this. Sorry the lighting is bad because for whatever reason there's not a whole bunch of lamps to do it justice. And then you walk over here and I have a king size bed for me with a TV, dresser. Here's my luggage. The bathroom is right here. You got a full length mirror. Have a closet. You get to wash clothes here for free. You got your iron board. I don't iron nothing. Got your tub. It's a handicap accessible room, but as long as they got a tub and a shower, I'm not taking a tub back anyway. Got your toilets, towels, and your sink. Alright guys, so happy Wednesday. As you can tell in the clip below, I've been flying. I am in Richmond to be with my son. I was supposed to go at the end of the month, but some things came up, so I had to fly a whole lot sooner. And I would have vlogged my experience at the airline, but I was pretty livid. So let me start off with you guys to let you know what my day was like. Okay, so let me get started. So I had to book this flight, like I said, unexpectedly sooner than at the end of the month. So I went on Priceline and they have like express last minute type thing. I did that and I did the hotel room. So my total came up to be, it was like almost $1,100, and that was for me to have the flight round trip from where I live to Virginia and to have a hotel for 5 nights. Not bad at all. Normally I would have done an Airbnb, but I could not find anything that was cheaper than the deal that Priceline. I haven't done Priceline in years. I used to, like, when I would go to Atlanta and stuff like that, I would go on there and get hotel rooms, like 4-star hotel rooms for $20. But other than that, like, I hadn't used them. Okay. So everything is booked last night. So my flight was scheduled to leave at 6 in the morning. Our airport is small. 2 floors, small. Never anybody there. So my husband drops me off right at 5. I get in. It's all kind of people. So I'm like, okay, like what the heck is going on? So I'm in line. I get all the way in line to the kiosk. I asked the gentleman, I said, hey, I'm paying cash for my bag. He said, well, you're in the wrong line. You need to go to that other line, that long one over there. When I tell you I was very hot with him, I was pissed. So I was in line. We're waiting. You know, airlines have their priority line because I was fine with American Airlines. And the priority lady didn't have anyone. So it was a couple older ladies in front of me. They were like, went up to the desk, asked the lady to help them. She wouldn't help them because they were not a priority member. What the heck? You got all these freaking people backed up, but you won't help nobody else because they don't have priority, but you ain't doing nothing? That pissed me off. So when I get there, they was like, okay, do you want your wheelchair? I was saying like, no, I really need it for when I get to Charlotte. The connecting flight is when I would need the wheelchair because I'm thinking like, okay, I know this airport is nothing. Like, I'll be okay to walk it. When I turned that corner to get to security, it was so many people. And why they had one line? So I was in line downstairs with people, you know, in the same predicament. 6 o'clock flights. One person had a 5:45 flight, and they were there at 4 o'clock that morning. So we were starting to like ask people, could we skip them in the security line so we could try to make sure we're there at our gate. We get to our gate 10 minutes before because they say on the thing that they close it in 10 minutes. We're standing there. This new girl that kept asking for this other rep to come from a different gate to come help her. So I'm just like, okay, what's going on? I didn't know. And it was two older ladies and a little boy. Next thing you know, the little boy goes on, and then the girl goes down the turnpike, comes back, goes back, and then she tells the older ladies, oh, I got your seat assignment. She said it's 21A. So the girl that's been in line with me, she was like, excuse me, that's my seat assignment. I did it online and here it is. Oh, you guys missed the flight. It's 8 of us standing there. The captain comes out and says, is that everybody? And she's just like, before we could even figure out what the heck was going on, she's like, yeah. And he didn't know. When I tell you I was starting to get hot because my son had a doctor's appointment that I really needed to be at. So my flight was supposed to come to Virginia. I was supposed to make it here at 11:51 a.m. So, why this heifer? We standing there, everybody's going off, and we're not the only ones. Our flight for Charlotte was 6 people. The people for Dallas, that was going to Dallas, it was like probably 10 of them. So I'm like, okay, you can see if it's 1 or 2 people that missed their flight for you to say you missed your flight. But when you got that many doggone people, y'all need to get y'all crap together. So the girl didn't want to talk to us. So she just literally like left her station and went to the other gate. And everybody's like, what the heck? So one of the guys who had his niece, who's an unaccompanied minor, was like, and she was like, oh, do you need to be rescheduled for Charlotte? And everybody, and he's looking like, are you serious? I was just standing in front of you and you walked away. And I tell y'all, I was 38 hot. I was pissed. So then one of the managers was like, we can put you on standby for the next flight. You will get there at 1:51. So I was like, okay, well, I can still make his appointment. She said the flight is full, but that doesn't mean anything. So I'm just like, fine. And she said there's one other one, but that one we can get you till 5:30. So she said if I were you Instead of me confirming you on the noon flight to get you there at 5:30, you should just do standby. And that way, if something opens, you won't already have a confirmed other flight. I said, fine, I can do that. So guess what? All of the people that was trying to go to Charlotte, we were all standby. And then we went up because I've never missed a flight. I don't know what standby is, like how it truly works. I went to the thing to give up my ticket because I'm thinking like, okay, this reprinted ticket for standby that you guys needed. The guy was like, this flight is already full. We don't need that. If there's a seat open, we'll call your name. And I said, well, I'm so sorry because I did not know how this worked. And we also had a girl in our thing. She's 16. 16-year-olds can fly by themselves. But we're trying to help her, and they're being downright rude to her because they're thinking she's older than 16. So we're sitting. Flight goes and leaves. Sorry, y'all don't have a flight. So I said, well, what do we do for the next flight? Well, we'll just do the same thing. And I was like, oh, the devil is about we're not going to do this. So I found somebody else that we hadn't dealt with because we didn't dealt with 3-4 people at this point. And I'm going to back up. The general manager of the airport, not of American Airlines, was trying to give the logistics of why they have to close the gate 10 minutes before, And we were like, well, first off, you guys didn't even call to say it was final boarding or anything. Normally, if you're late, they're going to call your last name. And the girl was like, I did that. And I was the only black person. But those white people, they was letting her have it. Like, no, ma'am, you did not call anyone's name. That's a lie. And I said, furthermore, I was telling them, I was like, downstairs, when the Dallas people was running behind, they made an announcement and said, if y'all are here for the Dallas flight, come check in now. Meaning skip everybody because y'all flight is going to be leaving. That never happened with us. So, anywho's, I get a new person. And at first he was like really nice. And he was just like, well, it's 16 seats open on the next flight. But if you want to confirm the flight, it's $75. I said, excuse me? We got to pay to confirm to get a seat when it's 16 seats when y'all effed up all of our stuff? Are we serious right now? So he got on the phone. He was like, well, in the computer it says you checked in late. I said, what are you talking about? Then everybody went off again. And so then he confirmed my flights for Charlotte and from Charlotte to Richmond. Confirming meaning he assigned me a seat because they didn't want to do that. And apparently there were people waiting since yesterday that I didn't even know was there to get a flight. Then finally we're on the doggone flight to Charlotte. I'm looking at my boarding pass, freaking out because we get to Charlotte. We're just sitting, waiting to taxi in, and it was like 3:15, and it's saying my next boarding flight is 3:50 on a completely different flight on a completely different seats. So I'm rushing off the plane to get my wheelchair. And the guy said, you're already at the gate. I said, what are you talking about? He said, this is the gate. The plane you just got off is the one you're going to get back on. When I tell you I was starting hot because did the wonderful stewardess say, hey, if you guys are continuing on to Richmond, this is the flight that you're going to be doing. It updated. No, So therefore I got all my stuff off. I'm in so much pain at this point because I've been stuck at the airport from 5 a.m. but I only had an hour's sleep. So been up since 4. Didn't make it to Richmond till 5:30. When I tell you I'm pissed, I will never. What I was trying to say is I would never in my life, if at all possible, fly with American Airlines. But your girl will be probably calling it a night early because I'm itching and breaking out. all over. I've been like that since Saturday or Sunday. I want to say Saturday, coming back from Des Moines. And normally if I'm in a flare or stressed, I start to break out like all over. Like my feet and my hands itch so bad. Like unbearable itching. So when I went to the dollar store to pick up snacks and stuff like that, I got some Benadryl because I forgot to pack it. And that's what your girl's gonna do. I hope everyone has had a good day. I apologize for not saying, did I say hello? I don't even know because I'm so mad. So I'm about to do this complaint with American Airlines. Comment below if you've had a bad airline experience, because I've never had these issues with Delta or Southwest. Heck, I've even flown Spirit and Frontier, and they ain't even no real airline for real. So this is just crazy. So I'll come back tomorrow. I don't really know. It depends on how I feel. My son's gonna come and I'll have his car because he has to work like 9 to 4. So I think he's gonna come pick me up at like 8 or something, 8 or 8:30, and then I'll take him to work, have the car, and really all I need to do is probably go eat lunch or something. But I brought cereal, and I hadn't really had an appetite the last few days anyway, so we'll see how that goes. But there's a huge Goodwill store and a thrift store, but I don't have any room in my luggage. Oh, one more thing with the luggage. So my bag ended up weighing 52 point something. And so I'm thinking like, okay, check bag's $25. It's only going to be a couple extra dollars more. I was just going to pay it. She said, it's $100 extra. $100 extra for 2 pounds over. Have you lost your ever-loving rabbit mind? She said, sweetie, just open it and take out a jacket. I literally took out a pair of my workout pants, 2 pair, and it literally went down to 46 point something. I said, if this ain't a rig scam to make money, I don't know what is. Y'all, when I tell you this day, and I really did okay. I didn't like really go off loud and stuff like I have been known to do in my past. But I was like, you gonna confirm my flight, and if you don't, we gonna have a problem. Because the guy said, well, you could just be here all day for a standby. I said, who finna be here all day? Not Cheryl Lynette. No sir. I don't know what you thinking. And I'm just shocked you got people that's waiting for 24 hours. But of course, because we got Priceline, you don't get the perks of changing or paying a little extra to switch flights. And that's what I told him. I said, well, can y'all just book me on a different flight? Oh, as long as we have availability, we can't book you with a different airline. How do you have availability if 2 flights we didn't get on? Yeah. I'm off my soapbox. Be blessed. Thank y'all for watching. Hello to all my new subscribers. Sorry that if this is just the first video, you had to see a rant. But living with chronic illness and trying to travel is very, very difficult. And with this being a semi-emergency trip for me, I did not have my mask. Everybody was coughing and sneezing around me. We get to Charlotte's airport. It looks like it's 100 years old, and it's packed. It's hot. It's muggy. On the plane, we got kids running around. So best believe, before I get on that flight on Monday, I will go to the store and have some masks. And my flight for Monday doesn't leave until like 7 at night, and I won't get back to Florida until 11 p.m. So pray for me, because I don't know what I'm supposed to do for that time frame, because I check out of the hotel at 11. So I don't know what I'm gonna be doing that whole time, but I'll come back later, guys. Be blessed.